Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Can Rolly Romero make Ryan Garcia quit again? Now, make sure you like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Leave that donation for the fried rice and chicken wings. Now, you guys remember Ryan Garcia when he fought Gervonta Davis. He took a knee during his fight after he was hit with a perfect body shot, and Ryan Garcia just wasn't able to recover. Now, to this day, many people argue whether the body shot landed flush, whether Tank really hit him that hard, or whether Ryan Garcia was hurt from a previous rib injury, or if Ryan Garcia just quit. But what I'll tell you is this, Ryan Garcia got knocked down earlier in the fight, but in the second one to the body shot, he wasn't able to recover. And I tend to believe a little bit of everything is true. Tank just hit him, he just hits that hard. The shot was perfectly placed. Ryan Garcia kind of wanted out the fight because he saw the direction the fight was going. And then when he got hit on the button, maybe he did have a pre-existing, injury or bruising to that side of his ribs. And he decided, you know what? I'm not going to continue. Now, the thing I'm going to point out is Ryan Garcia did say he decided not to get up. He could have gotten up. He chose not to, because he knew basically what was coming. He was going to get, he's going to get stopped. So he decided to go out on his own terms. Now, as a result, people didn't like that, because it's one thing to see a fighter struggle to get up to their feet and see a fighter just choose not to. And that's why, many people have an issue with Ryan Garcia choosing not to go out on the shield. But the bottom line is, man, Davis got the knockout victory in the 7th of the 12-round bout. Now you got Rolly Romero, who's coming out here. And I'm going to tell you, man, Rolly, in my opinion, Rolly hasn't looked that great since he and Bullet parted ways. Rolly Romero is a tornado. He is a hurricane. He is a natural disaster. But they seem to have tried to clean him up and polish him up a bit and take him from being a tsunami and to just making him be more of a bit of a riptide. And that shit's just not going to get the job done against a guy like Ryan Garcia. So it's my understanding that they're trying to focus a bit more on Rolly Romero's the natural aggression that he can show in the ring, and to get him to be in a bit more of the natural disaster that he once was. But I just think he should have stayed with Bullet. Rolly Romero started boxing late. Nothing wrong with that. But you can't take a guy who started boxing late, who got comfortable with a free-swinging, brawling style of fighting, and then come now and try to turn him into, Pernell goddamn Whitaker. Like, it just doesn't work that way. That's why Rolly's been out here, getting binged in his fights. And in particular, the Pitbull Cruz fight, that shit was just all bad, because he was trying to time him and catch him, and it was just a complete disaster. But him with Ryan Garcia, I can only see it going one way, to be honest with you, is Ryan with that speed and that power hitting Rolly with something hard. But the fact that Rolly Romero and his team, it sounds like they're now trying to incorporate him being the mash-up, crash-up type fighter that got him all the success he had. Well, then, you know what? Maybe things get interesting. Because if he can get in on Ryan, make it physical, make it ugly, he has a chance. But the problem is trying to, cross that bridge without insulting the crocodile, which is Ryan Garcia's left hook. That's going to have to take you got to be pretty innovative. You can't just decide, I'm just going to run across that bridge. That crocodile will bite your ass. And that's where Ryan Garcia's speed, he'll time you and catch you. But I also think Ryan Garcia being with Reynoso, and I'm trying to give Rolly Romero credit. I really am. But Ryan Garcia, he's with Reynoso. I know Teofimo said that they're not training Ryan. I don't know. Teofimo say anything, but I just can't see Ryan, with everything he's gone through, to get hit with something and decide, I'm going to quit. And I'm thinking about it. Who do I see really landing their shots between Ryan and Rolly? I see Ryan. I don't see Rolly being able to get nothing off. He's not a guy who throws straight punches. He winds up. A lot of it's telegraphed. But what gave him the advantage in a lot of fights is he was so physical, so wild and unorthodox that they didn't know where the shots were coming from. But I don't know what trick they have up their sleeve, man. But Rolly, according to everybody who has sparred him and who fought him, they say Rolly Romero hits that hard. So I guess anything's possible, but between Rolly and Ryan, and I don't even care if they bring Bullet back, I just have a tough time seeing Rolly Romero, who's had the bing bings put on him by several fighters. I just can't see him standing up to Ryan Garcia. I don't. But Ryan Garcia does keep his chin in the air. He does have some bad habits. And maybe Rolly, who's going to have a lot of confidence coming into this fight, maybe Rolly can shock us all. But if you ask me to put my money on somebody, I'm putting it on Ryan. I really am. The speed and power, man. That's speed and power. Speed is already, it's something that's extremely important in boxing. They say speed kills. And when you got speed and you got power, power destroys, right? You got a huge obstacle to overcome. And I'm really sitting here right now trying to think, how is Rolly going to do it? If you know, you leave it in the comments below. But I just think Rolly's going to just have to bite down on his gumshoe, and he's just going to have to go after Ryan. Don't try to outbox him. He'll never outbox Ryan Garcia. He just got to go after him. He got to just go full marvelous Marvin Hagler, man. Get that jab out there, tuck that chin, get underneath Ryan's shots, and get to him. Bang that body work upstairs, make it uncomfortable. You can't let Ryan Garcia be comfortable in there. You got to be physical. You got to elbow him in the face if you have to. Whatever you need to do, man. Don't throw your knee into his shin. Throw him down. Whatever. Risk losing a point. Lose a point if you have to. You got to make that shit ugly. Because if you get in there and let Ryan Garcia get comfortable and get in the groove where he's jabbing and he's sitting there, man, coochie cooing you, he's eventually going to start shooting that left hook. And he's going to throw that shit with some stink on it. And he's going to touch you. Plus his right hand. Remember, Ryan Garcia, coming off of working with Derek James, he learned a lot. Ryan Garcia has learned a lot over the last couple of years, man. So I just think Ryan Garcia is a more complete fighter than we've ever seen, and I think he's going to show up when he faces Rolly. But the bottom line is, if Rolly can get to Ryan and make that fight ugly, we're going to see what Ryan has left in him, because maybe Rolly can hit him with something and have Ryan saying, you know what, like he said with Gervonta Davis, I was hurt and I didn't want to go forward because I knew what was coming. I don't know. We got to wait and see, right? Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.